What show?
The Whitey Show, the Whitey Show.
Whitey Show.
I'm the review who loves to say son of a bitch. The same review who hates most Nintendo shit. I'm the one who calls games what they are. I even own the 360 and hate Gears of War. Guy who spends his money on games, fucking cards. Just a funny guy who became a YouTube star.
Well, the story's a different spin on Halo. It has nothing to do with Master Chief, really. I don't even think he's mentioned in the game. You're basically taking, remember those guys that jump a lot? They're called ODST or Hell Jumpers. That's who you are in this game. And what's really cool about this game is you start off as a rookie, and he's also doesn't talk much, and well, he doesn't talk at all. He's like the quiet, silent type. And then you meet these other teammates who talk a little too much at times, but overall you get their personality throughout the game. I think there's Buck, Dutch, Romeo, Mickey, and there. And basically, what's really cool about this game is that you go throughout flashbacks of this event that happened, and you see how it all connects into one main story, and it's really interesting. The voice acting, is for the most part, is well done. The lines are a little cheesy at times, are very military-like without the cursing. And I mean, overall, it's a good story that keeps you engaged, much better than Halo 2 and 3. And you want to find out what's going to happen to one of your teammates. And overall, I have to say the story is one of the strongest points in this game. I was interested the whole time. I wanted to know what would happen, and it worked out for the better because the voice acting didn't completely suck.
Hey, where's the fight at?
Take a guess, genius.
This is where Halo's kind of funny to judge. Well, the cutscenes are definitely showing Halo's age, especially the facial expressions. The actual, graphics when you play, I still say are really well done, and the design I love. I've always liked the more joyful kind of look to Halo. Though this game introduced a lot of night stages, but with the visor that lights up the whole night, and you get to see it in this really cool, glow in the dark kind of feature, it just looks awesome. And I have to say that, once again, the graphics, especially the design, are one of my favorites in terms of shooters. And I personally have no problem with the graphics. The only thing I have to say is that the actual cutscenes are starting to show its age. So in this game, it's basically Halo 3, but they've took some things out. First of all, you're an ODST, not a Spartan, so you do not have a shield anymore. You will die. You have a health bar. Another thing is, like I'm saying, you will die much quicker. You can't run out like Rambo, like you can in Halo. Not that that's not fun. It is extremely fun, but here it just doesn't work. So it introduces more of a slower pace, more strategical kind of thought process when you actually go into these fire battles. You can't just throw a grenade repeatedly and run in. You could if you're doing co-op, because then you'll just respawn, but it's not a great idea solo playing. Also, to help with that, they give you two new weapons. First of all, the silenced machine SMG, and while this weapon is actually pretty cool, and some people really love it, I thought it was good for what it does, especially the scope. It helps you definitely take out the smaller enemies. But for anything else, you'll have no problem killing them. They also introduced the pistol from Halo 1. This pistol is like a mini sniper. It works out really well, especially when an enemy's running away and you want to shoot them right in the head from the back and they go, "Rah!" I love grunts. I love them. They sound so retarded in the game. Anyway, getting on to the rest of the gameplay. So you have the single player. You go through it. You go through various missions of all the flashbacks of all the characters on your team. And that's basically the single player. It's very Halo fashion, except that you actually have a story this time. LOL at the Halo. Okay. You also have in this game what they introduce is Firefight. You take the ODST characters, you can unlock different ones throughout the game as you beat story mode and stages and so on, and you get to go through all these different stages of waves, basically like Horde mode from Gears of War, and they just keep coming and coming and coming. They change it up a bit when they put on skulls like auto evade and other ones, like they have better chance of sticking you with grenades and so on. So it increases the difficulty as you go on with the waves. And it is randomized, so you fight different enemies every time, which is very cool. So it's basically like Horde mode for Halo, and I think it's very fun to have fun with 4 players, more so than Horde mode. And it's challenging, especially on Heroic and Legendary. These guys will probably kill you. No joke. So Firefight works, single player works. Game is a very solid effort, but is it worth the money? Well, check the next section. So overall, is this game worth it? I described the single player and how it works. I described Firefighter. I said the graphics, while the cutscenes are showing its age, are still good, and the story mode is actually there. It's actually interesting. It's actually engaging. So doesn't that sound like this game is worth it? I still believe it was, simply because you also get all the multiplayer maps for Halo 3 to play afterwards on disc 2. Plus, you can play Halo 3 on disc 2 multiplayer full on. You don't need the disc for Halo 3 anymore. So overall, I think it's worth it, but I can see that if you're not a big fan of Halo, you probably won't love the single player. It is only about anywhere from 5 to 9 hours, depending on what difficulty you're playing on and how fast you're going through it, how much you search around, and so on. And you know, it is a short single player, and Firefight only can last so long. But I love the single player. I think it's engaging, like I said many times, and I really do enjoy Firefight playing with a bunch of friends. And I will play Halo 3 online, probably with friends with the new maps. So to me, it's worth it. But if you feel that none of these things really interest you, this is probably not your game. However, if you're a Halo fan, come on, Halo is back. It's time to get on Halo. We had Gears of War, that was okay, but this is the real Microsoft franchise, you know what I'm saying? So jump on your 360, pick up Halo ODST, and join in the fight, and whatever their fucking logo is, JOP or whatever, drop into the battlefield and shoot some motherfucking brutes because they look like monkeys and I want to slap them in the face because they're like King Kong mini size, okay? I'll see you on ODST. Goodbye.